right, here I come. Into frame now. Hello, everybody. It's Gary Lucas, and we're back on Thursday, August 20th. Can you believe it? I know I'm having a hard time. Let's see if this is working. I want to make sure that we have a feed here. Oh yeah, it says live. Okay. Come on, now give me some bubbles. Canada Dry music, bubbles to the head. This is a Beefheart description if I ever heard one. That's how you describe the music of Billy Mooney and this other guy who came to the Ice Cream for Crow rehearsals and waylaid Don and I, and then the next day he was like, have you heard America recently? Yeah, it was Dewey Bunnell, the drummer from America, and Billy Mooney. And Jeff Tepper said, oh yeah, I've been through the desert on a horse, really lame, Don. And he said, are you kidding, man? That's Canada Dry music. Bubbles to the head. All right, so here's some bubbles to the head. A little bit of Alice Coltrane music. was a little bit of Alice Coltrane, Journey to Satchidananda, a really great opening track on her first solo album on ABC, Impulse, featuring her playing the harp, not the blues harp, but the harp. And one of my favorites, which I haven't done that in a long time. Anyway, I want to make sure that the feed is still on here. The computer is... Okay, yeah, we're live. Okay, there's a heart. Hearts are Trump. Except when they aren't. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I've been really impressed with the Democratic National Convention and what stirring speeches they were last night. And then this morning to wake up to hear all this great news. I don't have to get into any naming of names, but you know what I mean. Maybe there's some hope for us after all here. I don't know, we'll see. So anyway, let's take a look on the roster here of, this is the righteous elect here. Philip Fortune. There, but for Fortune going. What a great name. Philip, thank you. Caroline, thanks you. I thank you. My father thanks you. My mother thanks you. My sister thanks you. And as for me, it goes without saying. Sorry, no, that's a wrong movie. That's Yankee Doodle Dandy. And that's Jimmy Cagney as George M. Cohan. Okay, Joe Sweeney, one of Sweeney's men. God bless you. Zach Silver, you got the silver, Zach. And thank you for giving me a tithe. Angel Renee, bless you. And I didn't recognize that it was you, and I promise I'll do something about Jeff Buckley during the show today, okay? I have a lot of Jeff Buckley fans who tune in. Mark Green, again, and may you always run green. He's my guitar student and a really great player from out of the Midwest. Thank you. Thanks so much. So I got the loopers up here, you know. I mean, I'm gonna loop the loop while I can. We're in a very peculiar light here at the end of August because it's streaming through that window, and I hope it doesn't heat up the phone too much, but I'll just keep checking. So, let's see now. I have no method to my madness except that I know that the next song is going to be something by Abdullah Ibrahim. If I can set this up, let's see. No, it's too fast. Yeah. That's obviously not right, so let's go here. Yeah. It's better tempo. That's The Mad World. That's a number by, the great Zhou Xuan sings this song, and she was known as the golden voice of China. I'd like to dedicate that little medley to my friend Andrew Bull, who is an English expat who's lived in Asia for years and years and years. In fact, he was there in Hong Kong at the same time I know that I was. This is going back to 1975 to the end of 76. In fact, today I posted a tape I found of a band that I ran, that I operated in Taipei while I was there, called the Obeigon Band, which was a motley crew, let's put it this way. And he'll turn down the reverb. The Obeigon Band. Obeigon is a Taiwanese expression meaning you lie, aka bullshit. Obeigon. People like to say all the time, frequently in Taiwan, you'll hear this in Taiwanese. And thus, with the Obeigon Band, it was a concatenation of talent, including Jasper Godelius, who was a young Swedish student of Chinese language, and previous to that, Japanese. He had a formidable range of ability with his linguistic skills, let's put it that way. Hank Fridge, my friend from Cleveland, Ohio, who sat in with us on blues harp frequently, and a Chinese or a Taiwanese rhythm section, Peter Ang on bass, and Aldo Tsang on drums. And we had all sorts of adventures together, playing at graduation ceremonies for National Taiwan University and on television. And here and there we did I think a soundtrack for a chewing gum commercial, if I'm not mistaken. This is going way back. So I posted a tape of us playing in a club called The Scarecrow, which was an epicenter for hip kids in Taiwan, Chinese kids, Taiwanese kids, and plenty of foreigners. There were many, many European and some American kids who were there learning Mandarin language, among other things. Not me, though. I was there strictly well, it's a long story anyway. I'll draw a discretionary veil over that until I unveil my memoirs of Taiwan. But anyway, that was a fun time, as I recall. And if you listen to this tape, as I did briefly today, trying to boot it up on SoundCloud, it opens solo, and I'm playing Peter Green, Fleetwood Mac. Peter Green doing Showbiz Blues, and I'm singing it as well, and that will show you what an influence he was on me and all sorts of people going back in the day. I mean, the record, I think, came out in '69, if I'm not mistaken, so this is about 1976, but it was definitely still in my heart and soul. And after that, I do a version of what Jimmy Page codified as White Summer, and then that was with the Yardbirds. Later on, he did this with Led Zeppelin, a variation called Black Mountainside, both of which are derived from traditional English modal folk songs. I won't bore you with the details, but I'm available for a tutorial on this. And then there's an instrumental original. See, I was even writing originals back then, but I didn't actually crank up to do my own stuff till very late, really, until I put together Gods and Monsters Mark I and II, which is 1989. So basically we were a covers band, but we were popular, and we had a residency in the Scarecrow. So check out this tape. I know there's more stuff that features Hank and Jasper, but I don't know where it is, but I'm searching for it now. Maybe it's on the flip side of this tape that my friend Mitch Blank rendered digitally to me. Mitch is the only sane Dylanologist out there, and he's working for the Dylan Archive in Oklahoma, out of his apartment here in New York, which is right down the street from me, so he's a real good friend. Anyway, I digress. So where was I? Well, I got about 5 minutes left. I think I'll switch back to electric. Why not? This is a very cozy little cubbyhole I got set up for myself here. Not really room to swing a cat. I'll try, though. So what can I play for you now? Let me go to my cheat sheet. I just had so we know where it's at. Sorry for the late start today, too. I really have. This is the only time outside of me missing it, or the stream failing, that I've gone on not at 3 o'clock. And that is because my dear wife Caroline requested last night that I move the time to accommodate her casting of a Pokemon commercial. She's been very productive in this period. So she was doing Zoom casting right previous to me, so I didn't really get a chance to warm up or nothing. Anyway, that's it is what it is. Isn't that in the air nowadays? So I'll finish with one last little blast here. What? I'll think of something. Oh yeah, Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley. I have to play some Jeff Buckley. I'm compelled by Angel Renee. I hope you enjoy this. Let's get the old thing in tune. I'll even go over a few minutes to do this in tune for you. So I tune because I care. Somebody said that famously. Where is that line from? From some rock doc in the foggy ruins of time. I tune because I care, or sometimes I don't tune because I don't care. But I was called to task for this once in an interview I did in Holland. And, yeah, you know, it's close enough for rock and roll folks. If you listen to those old Rolling Stones records, isn't this right, Mike Edison? You'll notice that they're not exactly using tuners or clicks, but they're fantastic tracks despite being technically out of tune and out of time. And you can't fake that kind of stuff in a modern studio. Sorry. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so that segues into a plug right now for a broadcast that is going out on National Dutch Radio, NPO Soul and Jazz Network, this Sunday at 7 p.m. Dutch time, which would be 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. throughout the rest of Europe, and then as we get towards Russia and Ukraine, then of course it's 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever. You do the math. It'll be 1 o'clock in New York. It should be 3 a.m. in Australia if you're watching Pippa Casey, or if you're listening. I'm not going on at that time. This is a broadcast of a concert I did with the Great Metropole Orchestra, 65-piece fusion orchestra. They are the best of the bestest in Europe, and God, they've worked with all sorts of people. I did a Beefheart show with them of all sorts of goodies of Don Van Vliet, and also this show called The Music of Jeff Buckley and Gary Lucas, and it's symphonic Jeff Buckley. It's all our songs and some covers. Anyway, Code de Clute, who has a show called Co-Live, who's my good friend in Holland. He's a producer and a DJ, a very creative guy. He's put this together. He's taking what he thinks is the best in an hour, and it features Alessio Franchini, all the way from Livorno, Italy, on principal vocals. Also Jolene Grunberg, who is my friend, who's a lovely, nice Jewish girl in Holland, some other Dutch singers, and this incredible orchestra. So check that out. The links are on my timeline there, and I'll run it again before the show this Sunday. And that's about it. I mean, keep those cards and letters coming in, and all that good, those shekels or whatever, you know. I mean, the coin of the realm. I mean, we're only in it for the fill in the blanks. Not true. All right, love you guys. I'll see you on Saturday. All right, be well. Take care.